Alright, so now in this section you need to factor the polynomials to find the zeros. So with this equation, what you need to do is factor out an x. That's the only thing that's common in between all these terms. And you're left with x squared minus 6x plus 8. Alright, and that leaves you with three different, I don't know what you would call them, terms. So just like here. So then this one, 0. The x-intercept for this one, remember, is the opposite, so 4. And the x-intercept for this one is 2. So then, right here, 0, 4, and 2. And this is a, what is it called? Cube graph, right? So then it's got the cube shape. It's just kind of squished together and turned, kind of thing. Alright, this is another tricky one. You factor out an x, and then you get x squared minus 2x plus 1. You factor out this part to x minus 1, x minus 1, right? Because you know how to factors. So then you find the x's, 0, 1, and 1. What is that? That's a double zero. Okay, that means that the graph touches this point and then goes back up. So it bounces off. So in this case it's a positive cube graph. So then what you have is going up, passes through the x and y intercept, because that's a 0 on top of that. And then it goes to, it has to hit 1, but it bounces, so it's a double zero. So it goes back up. And then, let's see, another one of these is, factor by grouping. We know how to do that. So then you factor out an x squared out of this. You're left with x minus 2. Then you factor out a negative 1 out of this one. X minus 2 is left. So then that means one term is x minus 2, and the other term is x squared minus 1. Correct? So then you have to find the you have to factor this out. So it's x minus 1 and x positive 1. And then this one is 2. So then, okay, I might not know what to do here. Okay, so going back to this equation, basically we factored, and so we got this x-intercept, and then this x squared minus 1, for some reason I can't remember why, but it's a positive 1 and negative 1. So then to graph it, you have a negative 1 intercept, a positive 1 intercept, and a 2. And then the y-intercept, like you did before. How did we find the y-intercept before? Oh, duh. It's right here, right? This last term, which is 2. So then that's how the graph goes. Alright, let's move on to this one. We factored an x squared out of this. So then we were left with x squared plus 9x plus 20x, or plus 20. So then this is, you can go straight down. That's a 0, 0. So that's a double zero. X squared. And then you factor this equation, x squared plus 9x plus 20. So if you remember factoring these polynomials, factors of 20 that add and equal 9. And the signs are the same. 5 and 4, because 5 plus 4 equals 9. And the signs are the same, plus and plus. That's just a quick thing of factoring polynomials. Hopefully you remember that. So then this x-intercept is a -5. This x-intercept is a -4. So if you can see on the graph, -5, -4. And then there's a double zero at 0. So then obviously it's like this. It's a M graph, right? Because of the 4. I guess should be 4. And it's a positive M graph, right? W graph. A W graph, I mean. So then you go down, up, and then when you hit the 0, because it's a double zero, it bounces off and goes back up. And that is graphing polynomials.